Good. So,
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Juwan Rohan, and this is the Misguided Podcast, where we intend to guide you to a better future. I'm sitting here with rapper from the Bay Area, Jwalt. How you doing today?
Hey. I'm good, man. Thank you for having me, man. I'm doing good.
Of course.
Right.
And you are currently in New York, so it is 12 out there right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you already got your morning started. You get your coffee? You drink coffee yet?
Man, I drink coffee. I haven't got my coffee yet, though. I was sipping on some tea, though, this morning. So,
Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. That's like the little. That's gonna get you into your coffee at like 1 or 2 o'clock. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
no,
Yeah.
facts. Facts.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Well, cool. Let's go ahead and get into your story. Man, your flow, just before we even get in there, your flow is really nice, man. And it's, you're from the Bay, but you kind of got like a really chillax vibe with Bay touch in it. Like
Yeah.
it's like the potency in your lyrics is something I really connect to. As a rapper, in a poet, I just love when you can turn your words into visuals,
Yeah. Yeah. No, for sure.
for sure. So yeah, man, where are you from? And let's talk about kind of growing up in the Bay Area.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'm born and raised in Oakland, California. Been there my whole life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was raised. I have a twin brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed to have both of my parents in my life. You know what I'm saying? I have a little brother too. Yeah, raised in Oakland, California, East Oakland to be exact. So,
Where
um,
where in East Oakland?
like right by 35th and MacArthur.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn. East. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I spent a lot of different times though, like around the bay though too. Like I got a lot of game from being around West Oakland too, 'cause I have a lot of homies in West Oakland. I would be down at the infirmary all the time. So I spent a lot of time just around Oakland in general, but born and raised though, like in East
Where'd you go to
Oakland.
high school?
I went to Oakland School for the Arts.
Oh, okay. Oh shit. Really? When'd you graduate from there?
I graduated when did I graduate? I graduated 2 years ago. Yeah, last year. Yeah, I graduated 2 years ago. Yeah, I'm blanking.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, for sure. You know who I just found out went there, and you probably know him, but dude off of Euphoria, the white
That's
Irish,
my
bro.
homie, bro. That's my guy. That's my
Uh,
dog.
okay, yeah, like, and I had
Yeah.
no idea he from Oakland, but it all makes sense now, the way he
That's my,
acts.
it's crazy. It's funny. I remember actually the sweatshirt I'm rocking right now. Shout out to Oakland Zone. I was they also they sponsored me and stuff too. So I remember I was down by the lake, because they had a little pop up. So I went down to pick it up. I think he was there too because they also sent him clothes too. And I didn't know he was on Euphoria by then. So he was like introducing himself. He's like, "Yo, I'm Angus, bro." Da da da. I was like, "Oh yeah, that's what's up, bro." We exchanged information and everything. And I like we checked on social media and everything. I was like, oh shit, like you on you like he was on Euphoria and shit. I think we connected from there. Like we both went to the same high school. And I remember he was a couple years older than me, but like he looked mad different and shit.
Oh,
Now
really?
like we connected the dots and everything. Like we've always stayed connected. Like we both support each other. So it's
So
dope
you
to see.
actually didn't even meet him at school? You met him in
I'm
a whole
Yeah, I
different.
met him. So like I would see him at school. You know what I'm saying? So like we
Yeah,
knew
yeah.
like we had familiar faces. Like I seen him around, but we wasn't tight at school. So we got tight like afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like
That's cool.
way
Sometimes that's how it happens. That
yeah,
happens. Yeah.
yeah,
That's cool. Damn.
yeah,
Yeah. I was reading a story actually like 2 days ago about that, and I was like, oh shit, he's from Oakland. I mean, that school has birthed a lot of greatness. So that's cool,
yeah,
man. How does it feel being a twin? I didn't know that about you.
yeah. It's cool, man. It's definitely cool, man. He's been with him since the start. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
literally.
Like literally, you feel me? So like it's cool to have someone from birth. Um,
Y'all look alike?
yeah, we low key we're fraternal. Like we're not identical. We're fraternal twins, and like
Oh,
we
okay.
really different though too. Like he runs track. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
He's
okay.
an athlete and everything. And I grew up an athlete, but I switched my focus to music and rapping obviously. But yeah, he runs track. He goes to Chapman University for track. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
that's a good school.
yeah. So he's doing his thing. But it's dope to have a twin though to definitely, being with each other from the jump, literally just in the womb. So it's
Facts.
cool.
That's cool. That's cool. What was your first introduction to music?
Man, I mean, I was always listening to music as a kid. Like it was
Do you
always
remember that first time though? You like was like, oh, like it could have been in a car with your dad. He was like that song. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I feel like, yeah, man. I'm trying to see what was like the first time, because I don't know, man, it was like I said, it was always around, but like I feel like I remember like coming back probably from LA, because my dad, he's from South Central LA, he's from LA, so we was coming back probably from visiting family, and my parents, they was just slapping Souls of Mischiefs 9310 Infinity, and I was just like, I remember I was just like, this is hard. So
Yeah.
from the Bay, straight from Oakland, East Oakland and shit. So I remember I was like, damn, this is dope. So I feel like maybe that, but I don't know. I feel like there's so many like different instances of where I was just
Yeah.
like, what I'm saying? Also my cousin too, he was a poet and hip hop artist too, and he passed away. So I really wanted to continue on his legacy and stuff. So that's also what made me get into music and poetry and shit too.
I fucks with it. I fucks with it. You know, you're gonna laugh at this, but my first like memorable. This wasn't the first time I was like, "Ooh, music." My first memorable time, uh, was when I was like maybe 5 years old, and Bow Wow was out. He was hot, hot at the moment, and
Yeah,
I was watching like MTV Jams or something, or I was watching Like Mike, and that song, "I Love Basketball" came on, and I was a basketball head. I played basketball in college, so
yeah,
sports was my shit all my life. So um I was like, ooh, I gotta do a remix to this. 5 years old, bro. I literally run to my room, go grab a pad and a pen, how it used to be, and
yeah,
just sat there and wrote like the first verse to Loving Basketball. But you know, at the time they didn't really have instrumentals, right? So you would have to just like kind of block his voice out and use the instrumental. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I ended up writing my first verse and then I performed it in front of my stepmom in the
Mm,
living room that same day. Hilarious.
That's funny.
Loving
That's funny.
basketball. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah, yeah,
like,
man. That's that. Music goes deep with me. I love. I'm a very poetic dude, so I love like
yeah,
poetry. I love
yeah,
performing poetry, bro. Like
yeah.
people don't realize performing poetry is hard.
I
Like,
started. Yeah, that's why I started off doing poetry before rap, before
yeah,
hip hop. I started off doing poetry. That was my introduction to it. You know what I'm saying? So
that's dope.
that was like my first love for real, poetry and
Have you performed anywhere or anything?
like
Poetry?
poetry.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
poetry.
I used to do a lot of the, I don't know if you speaks. I used to do a
Yeah,
lot of
in
different
Oakland, right?
Oakland, yeah. You
Yeah, yeah,
speak, yeah. I mean, their headquarters like based in San Francisco, but it's a Bay Area just like organization. I used to do a lot of different You Speaks, certain events.
that's
I used
dope.
to do a lot of different open mics and shit over there.
Did you ever
Yeah,
hear of a Starry Plow in Berkeley or Oakland, Berkeley?
nah,
It's like an Irish pub, and on
okay,
Tuesday nights they got open mic, and I used to go there maybe like 4 years, 5 years ago. But it would be packed, bro. Like people would
right,
legitimately go there, grab drinks, and just listen to hella different stuff. It'd be poetry, it'd be comedy, it'd be music. Like it was fire, bro. And I went there a couple times. I did like poetry maybe one or two times, and then the rest I did music. But they're like
yeah.
very supportive there. I fucks with them.
That's tough, bro. That's what's
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's up, bro.
Starry Pie. I think it might be shut down for everyone who's wanting to go there, but definitely Google it. But yeah, man, that's dope. Dope story. What was the all right? Now, do you remember your first introduction to money?
Some money, shit. My
Oh, asking $1 for them Starbursts, huh?
first no introduction to money, man. Um, my first introduction to money, man. To be honest, shit, it's probably like when I was young, and I was just like, and I lose a tooth. You know what I'm saying? I put it underneath
Oh
my
yeah,
pillow, get like little toothpaste stuff from my parents. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah. That's a
that
good one.
dollar. I feel like that was like kind of like my first introduction. Maybe shit. Yeah, I don't know. I
No,
feel
that's a
I,
that's a good one. I fucks with that because Yeah,
Yeah,
I fucks with that. Yeah, that I haven't heard that one yet.
yeah,
And it's crazy like being a parent now. Like I got two kids. It's crazy how much I haven't started doing this yet because I ain't got no teeth. But I haven't started losing teeth. But you there's a lot of work that goes into like keeping up this lie. You know what I
yeah,
mean? The
man.
lies of Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, like, bro, your parents love you. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a lot of work, man. I sometimes I be catching myself slip, like say some shit out loud. I'm like, oh shit, like you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But that's cool, man. Yeah, that's really cool. Did you ever like as a young guy, did you ever start a side hustle, any type of thing? Like was like selling candy at school type,
Yeah,
any hustles?
yeah. Man, what was I doing, man? I was a side hustle. I feel like, man, what was I doing, man? I don't even think I really had any side hustles for real. You know what I'm saying? I had like homies and shit. That was doing obviously doing some shit
Uh,
like that, but
Yeah,
but I don't even think I had a really side hustle like that. Um, I mean, at school, I
selling
feel
these
like
bars.
you feel me, like I was so motivated in that. Um,
What were you focused on at a young age? Because it sounds like you didn't get into kind of rap until later on in your life. Obviously, you always liked it, but you were a poet
yeah,
and you said you
I
were into
got
sports.
yeah. So I got into rapping when I was in sixth grade.
Okay.
Shit, I grew up an athlete. Like I grew up, I was playing. I did a lot of different sports. I was playing soccer, baseball, basketball, um, swimming. I was on a swim team. Like
Oh shit.
I was real competitive. Like grew up in like just loving sports. And then I started just focusing on like on basketball and stuff. And so then when I was in middle school, like in eighth grade, I was like doing both at the time. But then I chose to focus on music, which is why I went to Oakland School for the Arts. I would say, and we didn't have a basketball team over there.
Mm.
And I was like, I think in freshman year I was still kind of playing AAU, but then I just stopped and just focused on music. So yeah, really like as a kid, it was just sports. Like, I had a dream of going to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
every other kid, I had a dream. Like everything I did, like I wanted to do that full on out. So yeah, that was like my main thing. I feel like sports really kept me out of trouble for real.
Facts, facts. I just want to note something. It's hilarious that I could hear like cars honking in the
Oh
back
yes,
because it's like it's New York. It's New York. It's like you're right on the street. Like
New York, man. I'm right in like Little Italy right now in New York.
yeah. You
I
can tell
hear
the
everything.
subway is like right downstairs. Like
Bro, that's I was gonna say, right below us. I'm so serious. Like
that's
I
hilarious.
remember my first night here. I thought it was an earthquake, but it was a subway.
It
I
was
was like, I
a
walked. I was like, from the Bay, like you get earthquakes a lot, but New York rarely gets earthquakes. So I was just like, is this an earthquake? They was like, no, it's a subway. I was like, bro,
That's
like,
hilarious. Yeah, man, that's funny. Cool,
yeah.
cool. So you were playing AU. Who'd you play AU for?
Man, who was I was playing for? Shit, bro. What's the team called? I'm blanking on the team, man.
What they was in Oakland?
It was Oakland. It was in Oakland. I practiced at I used to practice at Montera Middle School. And then I used to practice at Ojai.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, Oakland
Cool.
High. But I'm blanking.
Like, it's all good. It's all good. So you go to Oakland School of Arts. Did
Yeah,
you and I believe you went to college after, right? Where
yeah.
did you
I'm
go?
still here. I'm still in college. I go to New York
That's
NYU.
that's right. What made you go there? I thought did you not go to somewhere in the Bay first? Am I tripping? For
No, no,
college?
no, no, no. I've been here. I've been in
Okay.
NYU.
What made you
Yeah,
go
what
there?
made Man, I always knew since a kid I wanted to be out here in New York because I knew this is like where hip hop started. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was like the where it all started, and like my style was very much influenced from New York hip hop and East Coast hip hop. And then the program, I'm in the Clive Davis Institute of Recorded Music at NYU. So like my focus is just recorded music and music business and the whole nine.
Do
So
they
that's
teach music business? Like
yeah,
how? Yeah, they
Yeah, I
do.
have music business classes. Yeah, I have music business classes. Yeah, my professor, Lauren Davis, who's Clive Davis's daughter, was my professor and everything. So, but yes, they have a good music business class.
Can
I
you
mean,
go into a little bit of detail about what they teach for music business in case people are listening and want to
yeah,
join?
yeah. So a lot of different stuff. So start first, kind of starts off of like, learning how to like gain your money from like streaming and everything and
That's
publishing. So
dope.
make sure you have PROs and everything. From there, the difference between like distribution deals and label deals and everything. Then talks about like how to like organize and build a team, and stuff like that. We went the whole nine through like 360 deals and that and learning how to like I said, get your publishing, how to like kind of brand yourself as an artist and everything. So kind of like
Okay.
yeah, all
That's
of
dope. That's better than I thought it would be. I didn't think they would teach that much. Like they definitely weren't teaching that shit 4 years ago when I was in school,
right, right.
or no, not for more than 4 years ago now. But that's crazy. Man, so okay, cool. So in NYU, so you're out there. Obviously, hip hop started there,
Yeah.
and I was just listening to the Drink Champs
Mm,
episode yesterday with the game. Obviously, the game's
mm,
a legend. So
yeah.
that's a good one. But they had a really good conversation on East Coast rap and West Coast rap,
Mm,
and more about the development in flow, right? You got your East Coast, you got your Notorious B.I.G., who's a bar
right,
hitter, right? And kind of the flow in the East Coast is you got bars, you got
yeah,
funny, right? You
yeah,
talking about nappy hair, but it's like in a joking way, and it's just nice, right? And then you
yeah,
got your West Coast rap, who's like thug, like party music, or motivational, like Tupac. You know what I mean? So when you made that shift to New York, did you feel yourself not changing your flow, but your flow developing into something a little bit different, like more
yeah,
lyrical, more maybe like a different type of bounce in the way your
yeah.
delivery is?
Man, I feel like I wouldn't say nothing major. I feel like I've always had like my main thing. I've always been really lyrical, and I've always like focused on that in my music. But I feel like I guess different lingo out here. I kind of got, because the Bay Area we have our own lingo, but then like hearing different lingo out here, like because New York has their own lingo as well. So kind of like taking some of that lingo, putting it into my music, and kind of mixing like the Bay Area lingo and New York lingo. Really now like what's really popping out here is the drill wave out here. So like
Yeah.
definitely got some like influence from like some of like these drill artists and like the drill music is crazy. I used to not like drill at all. Like I'm on back in the Bay. Like I had a homie who always listened to New York drill and UK drill. He used to play that. I'd be like, bro, turn that off, bro. Like I didn't understand. I didn't get it. Just like a lot of people out here don't understand like the West Coast type of music. They don't understand it like that. But when I got out here and I really saw like what drill really meant to the people out here, what Pop Smoke meant to with these people out here, like it's like it was like a whole culture out here. So like people would play it, and then I started to like get used to it and understand it, and now like I slap it all the time. But uh, but yeah, so
Yeah.
I guess I got some influence from that and put it into my music. But at least lyrical wise and like old school hip hop, I've always been attracted to that, just like bars and like flexing your lyrical ability and bars and shit. Like I've always like,
Do
cause I
you do
started off,
you do you freestyle?
yeah, I do, yeah, I do
Is it
freestyle.
is it easy for you? Is it like something you don't like to do?
It's something I do
Or
it.
like you do it when you drunk around your friends, like for fun?
It's like, man, a little bit of both, man. Like I used to, I like a rhyme dictionary on my phone, so like I used to just
Okay.
do that all the time. So like having a rhyme dictionary, I used to have this just when I was just like writing and just like looking through it. You know what I'm saying? But then like having a rhyme dictionary like helped freestyling. So when I was freestyling, I had already knew certain stuff that would rhyme. So like freestyling now, it kind of comes easy, but it's something fun to do. Like I'll freestyle in the studio sometimes. Like that's sometimes how a lot of my songs come about. Like I'll freestyle different hooks, and then it'll come about. You know. So yeah, it's something.
What's the hardest part of making a song for you? I want to see if it's the same
Yeah,
as
the
me.
hardest part is definitely like I feel like it's I feel like a hook sometimes is hard, and also yeah, I feel like the hook, and then like I guess the first bars of the song. I feel
Bro,
like
that's facts. The hook is the hardest thing for me.
like
Cause I'm
yeah,
not a melody guy. I'm a straight lyrical guy. So if someone could just put the hook on there or write the hook and I'll do the hook,
mm,
but the hook is the hardest part. And then you're right, the first couple bars to cause it gotta be hard. It gotta
right,
catch,
you
you know what I
know
mean?
what I'm saying?
Yeah, the delivery gotta be there. So the first like 4 bars is the hardest and everything else is super easy.
Yeah, exactly. Like the hook, because also it's the thing that's gonna catch on to
Catch.
people. You know, so,
Exactly.
like, you want to make it like
You got
gravitate.
some good hooks though.
Yeah,
You did well.
yeah, yeah. Definitely like, yeah, definitely like got better with my hooks and yeah, for sure. But
Yeah, that's listening to your music, like your older music and then your newer music, you could definitely see the growth in that type of like that focus or even just kind of like the pockets, right?
yeah,
Even in the hooks, the pockets. So
yeah,
that's amazing, bro.
yeah.
Um, cool. All right, let's go a little bit deeper. What was the first mistake you made in business and music specifically? So, you know, whether it was your first track, you bought a song, you bought a track from a producer and y'all didn't have a split sheet or something. Like
Mm,
first mistake.
mm. Yeah, I would say my first mistake, man, probably yeah, going into a project with a producer and not and we're doing a whole album project
Okay.
and it start like breaking down like who's getting what, you know what I'm saying? Because I was going in, I was getting free studio time, beats free and everything, but at the end when it came down to releasing, it was like, okay, I'm getting this majority and you're gonna get this because of what happened, you know what I'm saying? So like just from the jump, not sitting down, like, doing a split sheet and figuring out, okay, this is what you're gonna get, this is what I'm gonna get, and like, having that, knowing that from the jump before I guess creating.
What was that a hard conversation to have afterwards?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Was it like a homie too?
Kind of. It was like a yeah. It was like an older homie. You know what I'm saying? Like an older
Yeah.
homie, but like that. You know, it had started involving lawyers and shit. So we could have definitely like avoided that from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sat down with that. You know what I'm saying? And figured that out. So yeah, that was probably like my first like big mistake, I guess.
Cool. No, that I thank you for the honesty. That's exactly what we need, you know. And people are talking about it a lot more nowadays. As far as uh having those conversations early on, right? And having like the strength to have those conversations because they're hard conversations, right? Like especially when meeting someone, right? Let's just say you just met that producer and y'all DM'd each other on Instagram. He's like, dude, I fuck with your music, you should come. I got studio time, right? You're not gonna be like right there, hey, I need the split sheet, this is what, you know what I mean? It's like, nah, I'm a slide, I'm gonna fill you out. Oh shit, we getting in a groove now, we got 7 songs. Like, oh shit, you
Start
like
creating, you know, you
yeah,
start
yeah.
creating, and then afterwards, obviously, it's gonna come about, and everyone wants to make their bread. You know what I'm saying? So
Facts.
yeah,
Facts. Facts.
it's definitely like you said. Like you don't even think about it in the moment. You're just creating. Oh, pull up to the studio. Bet I'm there, and you just
Yeah.
get in the vibe and you just start creating.
Yeah. That's cool. That's cool. What as far as like streaming, now
Mm.
obviously we know you don't really get paid from streaming, right? It's like chump change, unless you're doing the crazy amounts, right? But what is kind of your goal for streaming as far as income wise? Like what would be just for streaming, not including shows, no merch, what would be a good like, oh, I'm cool with that.
Like how much money?
Yeah.
Uh, man, that's how much money?
Only streaming, bro. Only streaming.
Yeah, only
Okay. Only streaming.
I would say a couple thousand. Obviously, I I would need more to really just if I'm just really trying to survive off streaming. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
if you're just trying to, which I don't think it's possible
Yeah.
in
Like
this industry, the way it's kind of like worked right now, like with Spotify, Apple, all that. I don't think it's possible to just survive off streaming for anybody.
I don't think so either. I remember for the longest, like I said, I'd barely get money off streaming. I remember like last year, like just off one song, I got like my first like couple thousand off music, off just off streaming. I was like, oh shit, like okay, like
Isn't that's crazy, right? Like when you first, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that's crazy.
yeah. So that was dope just to see. Okay, like every month I'm getting a good amount of money off music, but it took a while for that to happen.
Hey, that's good, man. Congrats. That's big. A lot of people don't get there. So
Yeah,
that's amazing. I was I always ask this question because I was listening to a podcast with Little Bean on it. I think he was like on No Jumper or some shit, and they were talking about streaming and how him and Zay like when they first got their $1,500 check from streaming, just as you're talking about, they were like, oh shit, like I could pay rent, like, you know what I mean, just from streaming. And then that's kind of when they started to take it seriously and like figure that they have something in here. And so that's why I always ask that question, is because like, damn, 15, like, could you just imagine a couple thousand just from streaming, like, and you got all these other endeavors and stuff like that. So
facts. Yeah.
that's dope, man. That's a good number though. So are you like, so you're in school right now, you're in New York, it's not cheap. So what are there other ways you're kind of making money? Do you even have time to like work a side job, side hustle, like
Man,
nothing?
really, yeah. I mean, shit, I'm out here. Like, I am. Luckily, I got a scholarship to come out here. You know what I'm
Oof,
saying?
there you go.
Based off of music. You know what I'm saying? Which I always say, like, you know what I'm saying, it's a blessing. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
How do they
so
give scholarships based on music? Sorry, I didn't mean to
yeah,
interrupt.
I'm in my school. I mean, I'm in the Clive Davis Institute of Recording Music. So like, I had to do a like my whole
Audition.
kind of yeah. I had to do like it was a whole portfolio I had to show.
Okay.
Like, I had to like so I put a video together of like just my music,
Yeah,
performances and shit that I've done.
that's
Then
dope.
I did an essay and shit, but because I'm here for music, like I didn't have to submit test scores or nothing, which is dope because I'm not a good test taker. My grades were good though in school, in high school and everything. But so yeah, so the Clive Davis School is in like NYU Tisch, which is the art school for NYU. So yeah, NYU like Tisch, they gave me a scholarship to come out here. So
That's really good that they didn't require you to take tests or anything because it is about music. So they were just like, here, just show your art. And
yeah, that was the thing.
that's
Like
dope.
is my a lot of so the people who are here for arts, like you don't have to submit your test scores. Like it's optional, you can't, but it's NYU. So they're like, if you don't have a good test, but your arts is dope and you submit the bad test, like they gonna see that more than your art. So just don't submit it if you're not that good at testing.
I love the honesty. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's
Um,
dope.
so the scholarship definitely helped. And then like yeah, just music, you know what I'm saying? Like and being able like I've gotten a couple different sync deals off TV and shit, which like that shit pays good. That shit pays, you know.
Nice.
But then different like deals and shit that I've got throughout my years and shit. Like I've done some shit with Steph and Under Armour and shit. So and part of that in the contract was
That's
like
your twin that you're talking about, right?
a lot of time, man. Yes, but like part of that was like going to college and everything, and too, and keeping that just for myself while I'm out here. So, yeah, I feel like I've set myself up in certain different ways to like where I've been able to connect with different people and put myself in different positions to make sure I have like a good amount of money and shit to make sure I'm sustainable and shit while I'm out here. And plus, like, I feel like I'm blessed enough too that like my parents still help out too when I need. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, that's good. You got both parents support. That's really a crucial when you're taking like these steps to have
yeah,
someone. Um, let's talk about this because people might be interested. But scoring a TV sync deal,
mm,
how does that come about? Are you hitting them up? Are they hearing your music?
yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. The first time, like they sent an email out. Like I put out this record, and then like I got a email from someone who works over at ESPN, and they're like, "Yo, we heard the song. Like, we want to like do a sync deal and everything with y'all."
What's the
So
song?
it was called the Kid. That was my first sync deal with them. It was called the Kid. It was off my album Yours Truly. So we started doing that, and then after I got that contact, man, the next song I put out, The Taking, which was like my biggest song, I sent that over to the same people. I was like, yo, I think this would do well. And they picked it up, you know what I'm saying? And then I dropped another song, Blessed, which was off of 222. I sent that same song over to them too. And they picked it up too. So you know what I'm saying? So like after they reached out and I got that contact, I was like, okay, bet. Like when I have this type of song, like a hype type of song, like I'll just send it to them to see it.
Is
And
it
like
on ESPN though? Like they play it on ESPN?
yeah, they played on ESPN. Yeah,
That's
right now,
crazy.
so they would play it during the games, in between commercials, um, and like yeah, they would like play it throughout.
Bro,
Throughout.
good shit, bro. I'm happy for you, man. For real, for real. That's amazing.
Thank you. It was definitely dope the first time hearing it.
Especially seeing an email, you're like, is this a scam? Because I mean, you know, all them emails that come in like, hey, Juwan Rohan music, your music's dope, blah, blah, blah. You should, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. I wasn't, yeah, it wasn't sure at first, but then like yeah, took that call and everything, and
Dope.
yeah,
Do you have a shit? Did you move to New York solo? Like, do you have a manager out there, a team a little bit? Like,
came out here dolo, man. I have
mm,
yeah, I mean, I had like my manager also is my pops too. Shout out my pops. Like he's really been managing me. So he's still back home in the Bay. But also like my executive producer who's like kind of executive produces a lot of my shit. He's out here, you know what I'm saying? So that I have him and shit. Shout out to Sway Calloway, also from the Bay and shit. Um so yeah, he's been I connect with him a lot out here too. But yeah, really, I just came out here by myself. I have some family in Baltimore and shit, but
yeah,
besides, I just came out here dolo.
for sure, for sure. That's dope, man. That's dope. I want to move on to a segment called the Hella Misguided segment, where I ask the same question to each person who comes on here. And that question is, if you were to write a letter to your 18-year-old self, what would a summary of that letter be?
Man, to my 18-year-old self, I would just say stay true to yourself and like don't try to fold for like the industry. You know what I'm saying? I feel like just make the music that you want to make. 'Cause I feel like um this is music wise, and I get into something else. But I feel like for like, at least music wise, like because I was always saw just into like just lyrical hip hop and everything. And that was the music I wanted to make, but that also wasn't the music that was really popular, you know what I'm saying? So I would kind of like be like, damn, like should I start talking about this? Should I change up my style? You know? So like I was just trying to figure that out, but then I was like, you know what, I'm just make the music I want to make, and people gonna catch on to it, you know what I'm saying? And eventually that's what happened. But that's music wise, and then shit. Another thing though, I'd say probably just like take time for yourself and definitely like you know yeah, just take time for yourself and like enjoy and like make sure you do like self-care and shit, cause and like
Mental health is important.
take care of your mental, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the
What
biggest.
are some ways you take care of your mental? Because there's a now you're at a point where I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. There's probably a fine line of pleasure and business between music now, because you as a kid you were doing it because you love it, right?
Mhm.
And it was just something you're doing. Now it's like I love it, but now I got to do it as a profession because this is where I'm putting my heart in. And so what else do you do to kind of take care of your mental? Because I'm sure you're not going to sit down and write music still.
Yeah, I would say man, I'm meditation
Oh, that's
definitely.
good.
I've been started to meditate. Shit, I still go, like now. I just hoop for fun. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause like, and that's always brings me joy. Cause again, like I started out like just loving hoop. You know, basketball and anything. You know. So yeah, I do that just to get my mind off of things. You know, I'll just go hoop, play. Shit, I play 2K with the homies. You know what I'm saying? I play some 2K or Madden and play on the PS4 or Xbox. Um,
That's
Shit,
cool, man. That's cool. Yeah.
that's
What
my
I just hooped last night. I've been hooping every Friday night from like 9 to midnight. And bro,
shit.
I can barely move this morning, man. It ain't in me like no more.
I ain't gonna lie, I was about to, after this, I was about to go hoop too. I
Yeah.
was like, yeah,
I'm done right now. My legs are tired. But hey, whenever you come back to the Bay, man, we can hoop. There's this really cool gym that I just started going to about a month ago. It's in San Ramon, and they hoop on Mondays and they hoop on Fridays. It's like open gym type shit, 3 different courts. And it's late, so you ain't got no excuse not to be there, right? So you know what I mean. So
yeah,
it'd be cool. It'd be cool. So just let me know when you're out here.
you know, definitely.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, having 2 kids and kind of like back to back, right? They're 2 years apart. I
Mhm.
kind of stepped away from like basketball, not like intentionally, but just because of my focus, right? And so I recently got back into it, and it's like, bruh, it just reminds me of how much I forget that I love it. Like when I step on the court, nothing else in the world matters. Like all the problems, they just disappear. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's like my meditation. It's hard meditating, man. How'd you get to the point to where you like can actually meditate?
Man, I feel like it was funny. Like my little brother really put me onto meditation, and he's like 5 years younger than me. He's
Oh shit.
like 14, but he really started just meditating. And I remember I saw him one time. I was just walking like in the house. I saw him. He's meditating. I was like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like, but
Yeah.
then I didn't want to interrupt him. But then like I remember one time I was like really stressed and anxious, and he like I was meditated with him for a little bit, and then like I just started doing it ever since. Like I don't meditate for like long periods of time.
Now all you need is like 5 minutes, really.
Exactly. Like
Yeah.
I'll set like a little
Reset.
time. I'll set a little timer and like yeah, just try to like get in my zone and like sometimes I'll just listen to just like the space, you know. Sometimes I'll put on some type of like music, not like music with words, but like just like meditation type of shit.
Yeah.
Uh, and then yeah, so like I don't know, I feel like it definitely like it grew gradually. Like it was steps. Like first I'll meditate for like 2 minutes, right? Then I would, I grew, you know what I'm saying? I didn't just go into 5 minutes or 10 minutes right away, because like my mind just starts wandering and just, I
Yeah,
just,
yeah. You start fighting with yourself, like, nigga, what are you doing here?
yeah, so
Nah,
definitely
uh,
grew gradually.
I
Yeah.
feel it, bro. Well, that's cool. That's cool. Well, we just got a couple more questions, and then we're gonna wrap it up. But my next question: how important is patience to you? Do you have now? You probably have both, but what kind of sticks out more? The go get it attitude, where you gotta go, 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 especially being in New York, or it's like go, go, go. All right, let it come to me, type of thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man, patience is
It's
huge.
hard.
It's hard though too, especially like when you're working and like you know what you want, right? Like you know where you want to go, but then like it's like you gotta stay patient. So I feel like, man, what was the question again? My fault.
It was that hard, bro. I got you. Now, how important is patience to you?
Oh, yeah, it's very important, man. And like I said, it's definitely hard to remember that like patience is important, But like, I feel like you just got once you put in the work, and then you'll see like little like steps of like, okay, it's working. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that like always helps, and then like eventually you'll see the big reward, right? But like it definitely takes a while. So like patience, I would say like remembering your end goal has always helped me. You know what I'm saying? Because like I always knew that like it's not gonna come right away, but like remembering where I want to be and where I want to go is also like always motivating me. You know what I'm saying? To be like, okay, like I'm getting closer to where I want to be, and like it's always just it's gonna. I gotta keep on putting in the work, but it's gonna happen because like I'm dedicated and I'm a hustler, you know what I'm saying? That's not gonna stop.
No, I feel it. I feel it. Let's go back to the second question, which was, do you kind of have more of a go get it attitude or a let it come? And the reason I ask is because when you released that song, the kid, you released it, right? Just releasing it, and then someone came to you as
Yeah,
opposed to you just sending it to 50 different TV shows saying,
yeah,
hey, here goes my song. But once they came to you, you saw that opportunity. And now every song similar to that, you started emailing them. So it's kind of both, right?
yeah.
What's kind of the one that sticks out more for you?
Man, I would say, I don't know. I would probably say the second one, 'cause I feel like there's like to let it kind of come to you has like I feel like I've gotten all like a lot of the bigger opportunities from that, like to
Mm-hmm.
let it you. But I've always been like I'm a go get. I'm gonna like put in this work, and then like I'm a
Let it come to you.
that's what it do. Like, yeah, I'll go do it, I'll put in the work, but then like eventually like it'll just come to me. Like when I recently signed, like in May, I signed a deal with Create Music Group. Like I didn't like I feel like that just kind of just came to me. Like I put out the Taken, and that started doing numbers and shit. Got picked up by the Bars Apple Music playlist, and again ESPN picked it up and all this other shit. And then they reached out to me. You know what I'm saying? So like, shit kind of just happens by itself. I feel like once you like put in the work, when you put in the groundwork, it'll just like the universe will do its thing. I'll definitely like.
There you go. Yeah, nah, I fucks with it. Shit. Well, I was about to wrap it up, but now I have one more question.
Yeah,
What is the music deal that you signed? Like, can you
yeah,
go into a little bit more detail of like how it's structured?
yeah, man, yeah. So I signed a distribution deal.
Perfect. Good.
Yeah, create music group. So it's 20 80 80 20. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, like I said, I own all my masters still. And yeah, I get help with marketing and promotion, and they'll put it out obviously. Um, and yeah, so it definitely like it works out well because I've got a lot of different offers and shit too. That like just work wasn't right. You know what I'm saying? So like it took me a while to like eventually fully like sign with them and shit, you know what I'm saying? But um yeah, it ended up turning well. Like before then I put out like when I put out my yours truly project, I put it out to Empire. Shout out to Empire. They're doing a lot of dope things and
Yeah,
that,
yeah, for
you
real,
know.
for real.
But yeah, so Create Music Group definitely has a similar style over to Empire and shit too. You know what I'm saying? Like you still have the luxury of being independent.
Are they from the Bay?
No, they're based out of LA.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah. I know Snoop Dogg has put out shit with them. Um, Tory Lanez, Migos has publishing with them. Like a lot of different artists have shit with them. Um, so yeah, it's been cool, man. I've put out my 222 EP with them. And this new joint that I'm about to be releasing soon. Like so,
Now, dope. Can shit. Sorry, another question. In the distro deal, for those listening that might want to be interested, and they keep hearing about it. When Russ speaks about it and stuff, but they might not know all the details. So when you do a distro deal and you have the 80/20, now do they have 20% of your royalties every time that song gets streamed from here on out, or is there like an expiration date?
it's just like so I signed like a only like a year thing with them. But I guess yeah. So I guess here they will be getting 20% off of like my music. I guess
So
you know.
even 5 years from now, they'll get 20% of that song that you signed with
That
them,
I, that
right?
I
That
signed
you,
with yeah,
yeah,
it's 80/20. So
yeah.
yeah.
Okay, because yeah, but after this year, you could either opt in to continue it or stop,
Yeah,
and then anything you release after is 100% yours.
yeah, exactly. If
So
I
yeah,
like put it out through like, a distro kit or TuneCore or shit like that, you
shout
know.
out Distro Kid. That's what I use. I fucks with
Okay.
Distro. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
never
yeah.
used distro kit, man, but I
I
have a
use
lot.
CD Baby too.
Okay. Yeah,
CD Baby cool.
I used to use TuneCore. Um, I used United Masters before, but I stopped United Masters because they messed up my release. So
Ah,
I
yeah,
felt
yeah.
so they messed up my release. So
Damn.
yeah, I remember I was just trying to test out like different, you know what I'm saying, platforms and shit just to
Yeah,
see.
it's different splits and there's different like stuff they do. So that's a good idea. You got to spread your wealth.
Is DistroKid you get 100%?
Distro Kid's 100%. Is it 100? I believe so. I believe so. It's 100% because their royalties were definitely better than CD Baby.
Mm,
Um, but you pay. I think it's 100% because you pay by like the year. right? So it's like $30 a year or some shit like that.
Okay.
So yeah. With
I'm gonna,
CD Baby, you pay on the album or the song you
I
release.
was gonna say that's how it was with TuneCore. Like it would
Yeah.
be like $10 or some shit to put out a record, and then
Yeah. So I mean, but $30 for DistroKid, I think that's what it was. Is that's not a lot. You feel me? You could release as many songs as you want. Like,
yeah, that's
yeah.
make that money back.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Well, we about to wrap it up. The way I like to wrap it up is with the segment called the guided conclusions. I can ask any question. We didn't talk about this previously. It could be a funny, sad, it could be an angry question. Are you ready?
Man,
All right, today's question. If you could make one thing you hate invisible, what would it be?
one thing I hate in this
These questions are designed to give people a kind of insider look into you and your personality.
one thing I hate invisible, bruh. Sheesh. I've never got a question like that. Bro. I like
I
that.
know.
One thing I hate invisible. Damn, bruh. Yeah.
Got
Mm,
you.
man, you really got me, bruh. I'm out here trying to.
It could be anything, bro. It could be literally the smallest thing.
One thing I hate invisible. I would say, shit. What's one thing I hate, bruh? I'm out here trying to think, bruh. Like,
Hey, you ain't got no bars for me right now? Come on,
I'm out here blanking,
man. Yeah.
hate, bruh. I would say, damn, bro. What do I hate, bro? I hate, in- invisible.
Racist. Racist people.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use that, but you said that,
Yeah.
right? But that's a shit. I would say like, man, I would just say just like mean people, bro. Like people who are just like
That's a good one.
just doing shit. Just like I don't like people who are just mean, bro, just for no reason. You know what I'm
For no
saying?
reason. Yeah, like,
Man,
yeah, bro. I get
like,
that.
I was just about like I like good energy and good vibes and positivity and shit. So like when you bring off negative energy, bro, I don't like that. So I'll just say like people are just spiteful, bro.
Negativity.
Negativity.
There you go. There you go. See that? Where was the rhyme dictionary right there? Yeah. That's a good one. I would have said racist people was a little bit different, but I would have said probably I hate beets, like the food beets.
Oh, yeah.
I hate that. So gotta make that invisible.
Okay.
Nice. Cool. Well, go ahead and drop all your social media for everyone.
Yeah,
And
man, y'all can follow me on Instagram at official.jwalt, Twitter official jwalt, Facebook jwalt, all streaming platforms jwalt, JWALT. Hey, man, you can find me everywhere.
where'd the name come from?
Yeah, so my name is Justin, last name Walton. I was playing baseball and like when I was in probably like elementary school, probably fifth grades or something like that. And a homie on the team started calling me Jwalt. And then everyone on the team started calling me Jwalt. And then when I was going into music, I was like, man, like I always know when I was in playing baseball, I was like, man, I knew like if I was gonna be a rapper or get into music, I was gonna call myself Jwalt just because everyone was calling me that. So like when it came into that, I was like, okay, call myself Jwalt. So
Hey, that's why I asked is because it sounds like a baseball name. Like a
for real,
baseball nick. Yeah, it sounds like a baseball nickname. So that's hilarious. Like something
that's
like a kid would say in a dugout or some shit. That's
yeah, that's what
hilarious.
it was gonna say Jwalt, man. So
Yeah.
like my coaches started calling me that, and then yeah,
There you go, bro. Hey, I feel it. Well, you guys heard it here. This is the Misguided Podcast where we intend to guide you to a better future. My name is Juwan. Again, sitting here with Bay Area rapper Jwalt. All right, man. Make sure you guys go follow and like and subscribe. I'd like that. Thank you.
yeah.